Let's get this show on the road. That's so gorgeous. Wah. Take a deep breath. Fix it. The fuck? What the fuck? I can't be off. Your love is a drug, Steve. God, I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for Kat.
Hi, can I order tea and 2 sugars, please?
Hello guys and welcome back to Tea and 2 Sugars. I am Tatty, your host, who I have had another very, very productive morning. Let me tell you about it. So I've been feeling a little bit lazy, a little bit procrastinating. I think I spoke a little bit about this last week, in terms of returns and things like that. So this morning I tried a new tactic. Basically, I got up and I just started doing stuff straight away. I'm in the mood to remove every single thing from my house. I don't know if it's like a post as I'm getting ready for autumn, an autumnal cleanse. However, everything in my house needs to go. I want one pair of trousers, one tracksuit, one jumper. The amount of clothes in my wardrobe right now is disgusting. So I'm going to do a big vintage situation, like loads of my odd Muse dresses that I've literally never, ever worn. It's going to go on vintage, I've decided. I've got about 4 fur coats. It's like fucking Narnia in that bastard at the minute. Walk through the back of my closet, we're going to find the line, the lip, which in the sodding little wardrobe. It's literally like faux fur heaven. You could go to sleep in there, it'd be great. So I've got rid of a load of makeup, a load of used makeup's going to go to friends and family, and then I'm going to be doing some giveaways as well. So stick around and find out. Actually, maybe we could do a cute little giveaway at the end of the pod. That's a good idea. Me and Joe are feeling very generous today. So stick around till, I'm going to slot it in somewhere in the middle of the podcast. So you have to listen to the whole thing. You have to be a real fan to get involved. It'll be like a little bundle of makeup worth over £100. My boiling point and my two sugars this week are, I went to karaoke on Thursday last week. I think as a society, we should partake in karaoke at least once a week. I think it's great for the confidence. I think it's great for bonding, friendship, expression of emotion. You know, whatever you're going through, there's a song for that. And there's nothing like screaming a song at the top of your lungs in an isolated, sound-cancelled room. It was brilliant. We did it at Roxy Ballroom in Manchester. The girlies surprised me with a little trip. I had no idea what was going on. And as a little flipping type A control freak like myself, that was real difficult to relinquish control. So I got picked up at 2:30 by the girls, Sophia, Ellie and India. I was taken to a train station, did not know where we were going to. Turns out Manchester. We then went to Wingstop. We were going to do a little murder mystery, but that ended up not happening because, bless the girls, they'd booked it. Lizzie, I don't think you know about this, by the way. We got to the space where it was on an app and you went to the start location. There's like clues around the city, which, can I just say, what an incredible idea. That's so fun, like interactive. We got outside the hotel. The girls told me to just take a step aside so they can talk amongst themselves. And then I could see them all laughing and I was like, what's going on there? Turns out they'd booked it for Manchester, but Manchester, USA. Just a little 13-hour flight away, but that's fine. So we went for a little shop and then we did karaoke and it was so good. I loved it. We had Hamilton, all the musicals blasting, full volume. Oh, yeah. It was just perfect. And then my second sugar. Oh, I know. I'm going to do my little phone charm. I love this. Yesterday, Sophia and I went to a workshop, like a crafty workshop, where I get my piercings done at Dorothy and Jay, and you made a phone charm and a charm necklace. It was just so fun. Like, me and Sophia are quite crafty little gremlins anyway, So we just love sitting, beading. It was really fun, actually. I really enjoyed it. You can buy these pre-made from Lilybet Beads, but it's got my name on it, and it's in like my colours, black, white and red. I very much enjoyed it. It was just a cutesy little wholesome activity. We had a non-alcoholic cocktail. Listen at that ASMR. Wow. And then my boiling point. Let's talk about a story that I haven't told on this podcast yet. This was quite a while ago. Have I told this story? If I haven't told the battle rope story, guys, I'll tell it next week as like an actual story time. Do let me know about the gym and the PT. Let me know if I haven't told that story. Because maybe I got a bit scared that I was going to tell it. But, I'm feeling ballsy this week. Guys, I'm struggling to keep my whites white. Like, I'm putting Vanish in them and they're just not coming out white. They're just not white. And I want them to be. I'm putting like a little dose of Vanish in there, the Vanish powder. But they're not doing the thing. Mate, do I need a colour catcher in there? But I'm putting all my whites in together with white stuff. I'm not putting it in with coloured stuff. So where am I going wrong here? If someone could share some secrets with me here. Do I need to put it on a hotter wash? Is that what needs to be happening here? Because I'm trying to branch out from wearing black and it's really fucking difficult when everything just ends up grey and off-white anyway. So do let me know. Anywho, let's get on to the cup. I'm starting with a classic Pepsi Max today. Classic Pepsi Max. Oh, guys, Love Island final tonight. I think Yaz and Jamie will win. Purely because, I don't know, maybe because this is my thing. I want Yaz and Jamie to win because I think as a couple, they bring out the best of each other. But I think Tony and Cash will win because of Cash. Which, listen, I don't believe that should be a thing. But I'm having a little watch party tonight. The girls are coming over. And we're going to have a viewing party. Jordan's going to be so glad once this is all over. That is fresh. It actually tastes like it's got a bit of lime in it. No, it is the right one. Anyway, cheers to another week, my dudes. Let's get into it. Clink. Just jumping in here to make sure you are following us on whatever platform you're listening to us here on. If you are on YouTube, hey for the visuals, me and Joe are waving, whoop, whoop, whoop. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel. It really does help us out. And if you are listening on Spotify, I hope the listening pleasure is tickling your eardrums today. Make sure to follow us and give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Like I say, it really, really does help the page and the podcast and the channel. And it provides a life for Joe. And he really appreciates that, don't you, Joseph? Yes, he does. Make sure, subscribe, follow, do it. Do it now. I've been getting a little headache recently, so I'm going to put on my blue light glasses when I read this. It makes me look intelligent. Okay? Okay, this one is titled The Craziest Festival Romance Gone Wrong. Story time. Hi Tatty, let me paint the picture for you. It's Tomorrowland. The stage had just burnt down, but we were in good vibes. Right. I was there with my 2 best friends, and we were living our main character life. This is when I met him. We'll call him Steve. Steve was a European, tall, tattooed, ridiculously hot man. We bumped into each other during Charlotte DeWitt's set, like literally bumped into each other. I spilt half my vodka down his shirt. I was prepared for him to be really mad at me, but he just laughed. I apologised profusely, and Tatty, we literally looked in each other's eyes and sparks flew. I really did feel like I was in some sort of movie. We ended up dancing together all night long that night. I was like, who is this man? And why is he looking at me like that? In a bowl full of 40,000 people, it felt like it was just us. When the music stopped, we couldn't stop talking. We'd shout in each other's ears, even though the music was deafening us. And neither of us had a voice at the end of the night because we just wanted to chat to each other. But somehow everything felt super easy despite us just having met. It felt like we had truly known each other forever. That's when the cliche happened. We were watching the fireworks on the main stage at the end of the night. It's huge, big emotional display. And that is when he pulled my head round from behind me and kissed me. That's so gorgeous. I literally melted. I was like, I am never going to emotionally recover from this man. This is the ultimate holiday romance. We spent the next few days together, skipping sets just to sit by the lake and talk. We shared food. We walked around holding hands. He gave me his hoodie when it got cold at night. Even though it smelled a little bit of pine mixed with some sweat, every pheromone he gave off, I was addicted to. By the last night, we were full on Delulu vibes, talking about visiting each other, him coming to my city, us doing New Year's Eve in Ibiza. I felt like I was floating. I've never felt so seen and wanted and genuinely connected with someone. It was all so perfect. But that was when the twist happened. As we were saying our goodbyes, crying, kissing, the whole I'll never forget you thing, he says, I'll message you as soon as I land. I give him my number, we swap Instagram, we were covered. I fly home and I wait. A day goes by. Nothing. 2 days go by. Nothing. That is when I decided to check his Instagram. He had deactivated his Instagram. At first, I thought, okay, maybe his phone died, maybe he's lost his passport, he's just gone off grid. This is when my friend decided to get out her FBI stalking skills and she sent me a screenshot. She had ended up finding Steve on TikTok. He'd gone viral. I'm talking 5 million views because someone posted, oh my fucking God. Someone had posted a video of him. Weekend 2 of Tomorrowland. Of him proposing to his fiancée with the caption from Tomorrowland to forever. It was that's such a good caption. Sorry, that's a really good caption. The fuck? The fuck is up with people? Man, how you gonna be moving like this? Turns out they had decided to do both weekends together. From videos I had found of their friendship group, she liked completely separate music to him, so they'd be at different sets. Yeah, apparently I was a festival side quest, and now all I can think about is, was any of it real? Or was it just a pit stop before his engagement started and he was locked in forever? Be honest. Oh, don't put this on me. Do I message his fiancée? Or do I just accept that I accidentally fell in love with someone else's husband? Love the podcast, Tat. Can't wait to hear what you say. Right. First of all, pressure. What pressure? This is such a shame because let's face it, ladies, Joe, sit up. This is all we want as women, I imagine, when we're single. This whirlwind romance. Imagine you, and sorry to rub the salt in the wound, imagine you got married and that was the story that you were able to tell your kids. What, how goody. Unfortunately, this man is the scum of the earth. Shit on your shoe, sloppy, wet dog shit type of man. I would message the girl. I would. Any sort of evidence you have, I'd message the girl because it's not like they're married yet. She can still make her own decisions on this. It's scary, the behavior that she was there and he was just doing all this shit. I wonder if he got caught up in the moment. You know, he looked in your eyes, Armin's on stage, the big trance euphoric music's going on. You know, I'd defo message the girl because you'd want someone to tell you if your partner was moving like that, wouldn't you? You'd want that information beforehand. This might not be the first time he's done anything like this, and they've been working on their relationship over the past few years. He's been like, don't worry, baby, I'll prove to you that I've changed. I'll make you my wife one day. Meanwhile, he's cutting about doing this. You know, what's that Tomorrowland? Unite, today, love forever. What was it? Tomorrowland phrase. Live today, love tomorrow, unite forever. Right, well, he lived today with you. He loved tomorrow with his fiancée. And now he's uniting forever to get married. He really took that main slogan of Tomorrowland and said, fine, bet, I'll do it. This phrase encapsulates the festival's spirit, emphasising living in the moment, fostering love and connection, and promoting global unity. Listen, Tomorrowland, if you see this, you need to get this guy on board because he's really embodying that full statement. Today's a gift, tomorrow's a mystery. Ooh. Okay. Wow, these are really deep phrases. I'd message her with everything you've got. Just say, I'm so sorry, I obviously had no idea. I think you deserve all the information. That's what I would say in that scenario. But I'm so sorry. I really wish that could have been your festival fairy tale that you were looking for. You'll find someone. Get yourself down to Reading and Leeds or something like that. Creamfields, have you got a spare ticket for my girl? She's into raves. She's into dance music. You know, we like boom, boom, boom. Let's get it. Let's get that heart going. Boomtown. You know, whatever. Here we go. Joe and I are very, very sorry that has happened. Okay, we're in the peak of girls' holiday, hot girl summer, and it's kicking off for this group. Am I the arsehole for kicking our friend out of a group chat because she didn't know how to group trip? This is my new favourite thing, right? I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, you're not being invited on the group trip because you're not group tripping right. And it's like, in the morning when you go to get like the coffee or you make yourself a coffee, are you making the other girls coffee? Or are you offering your sun cream round to your friends? Or they're kicking off because they can't find an evening outfit. Are you offering them a top to wear? Or you have some shoes that would look nicer with their outfit. Are you offering your shoes? I'm going to have to find it because I think it would be a really good one I think we all need to take this lesson on. Please hold.
You are not getting invited on the group trip because you're not a good group tripper. We get to the Airbnb. The trunk to the car opens. Are you only grabbing your bags or are you grabbing everybody's bags? You go to the grocery store to stock up on alcohol. Did you even offer up your card? Everybody is getting ready to go out. Your friend doesn't have shoes that match the fit. Are you the same shoe size and do you have something to offer? Everybody's hungover and you woke up an hour early. What are you doing? Are you driving to pick up coffee and texting everyone to put in their orders? Or are you sitting in bed rotting? Some of y'all are not built to thrive on the group trip.
I just thought that was a lesson that we can all take forward. And if you are a younger lady or you have never been on a girls' group trip before, these are all lessons to take on with you, okay? So, six of my girls went on holiday to Mykonos. We had a villa. We had envisioned this to be the best girls' holiday of our lives. We did, in fact, not have the best holiday of our lives. So everything started off really, really cute. We landed, we're all in such a good mood. We're doing shots at the airport. We have matching hoodies, all of that. On day 2, I knew it was going to be chaos. And the root of that chaos was Amy. Amy has always had main character syndrome. But not in the cute, quirky way. In the I need to be the prettiest, funniest, most desired girl in the room, or I may combust. They are the worst types of people. Like, you actually can't have a conversation with someone like that because they're always trying to one-up you or make you look bad or bring you down. Or they're not listening because they're trying to get to see what the rest of the room is doing. Day 2, we're at the beach club. And one of the girls, who we'll call Stacey, gets talking to this very hot, very rich, very muscly shirtless man. Amy sees this and suddenly she is on full-blown attack siren mode. She's throwing herself between them going, oh my God, Stacey, you're so drunk. You need to come and sit down. And then just doesn't let Stacey speak to him again. For no reason, literally none at all. For context, Stacey wasn't even drunk. Then later that night, we're all getting ready to go out, doing makeup in the bathroom, like a little glam vibe. And Amy looks at me and goes, "Are you going to wear that? I think it's brave you're doing." No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. Are you going to wear that? I think it's really brave you're doing that bodycon thing again. Why? Why would that be, Amy? Again, I had not thought about how I looked in this bodycon up until that moment. However, I decided to let it slide because I didn't come to fight. I didn't come to fight in a Zara skirt, but the next day, she took it to the next level. We had booked a boat trip. We were all so excited for this date. Can I just say, I can relate to that. We love a boat trip around here. So, we booked a boat trip. We had a private boat. We had food, drinks, everything. We are all thriving in our bikinis, taking pictures, living life. Oh my God. Do you know what one of my favourite memories of the holiday me and the girls just went on? We're taking pictures. And there was like, I think Liz had this, I think it was Liz's like Pinterest thing. She'd got like ideas that she wanted. This sexy motherfucker lies across this boat. I have genuinely never seen anything so spectacular happen in my life. She just lies across the sunbed, puts this little fucking wine glass in the air and takes the most impeccable pictures I have ever seen. And then like all the girls that were like, oh my God, I want pictures like that. And the level of gassy uppy that was going on, like my friends are some of the most beautiful women I have ever seen. And it was like, get it, sis. Like, oh, bless the poor boatman. He must have been like, who are these girls? But oh my God, go look at all of them. Like, I think Amelia got some, Alicia got some, Grace did. I don't know if Shannon posted hers, but oh, just go and look at the girls' pictures from that boat day in Ibiza. They were all incredible. So, we're all taking pictures. I hand Amy my phone and say, can you take some pictures for me? Can you take a picture of me? Tell me why this girl deliberately is zooming in on my armpit in every single photo. Then she goes, you should really edit those before you post them. You know, get some Facetune. Get some Facetune on those folds. I'll fold you in fucking half, you daft witch. How rude. What folds? Sorry, did I sit down and my belly creased a little bit? That's because I have internal organs, Amy. You stupid mare. How vile. This is when it really got me that night. It was the absolute apex of her snitchery. Final snitchery, I don't think that's the right word for that, but here we go. Final night, we're out. Everyone is hammered but vibing. Amy disappears, completely gone. We had no idea where she'd gone. We were so worried about her. We were calling her, texting her nonstop, checking the bathrooms, asking security. 30 minutes go by and we're about to get security involved and call the police when this girl just strolls back in, smug as hell, holding Stacey's phone. We're like, why do you have that? She goes, oh, I saw it left on the table with her bag and didn't want it to get stolen. The next morning, Stacey opens her phone and wakes up to find that messages were sent from her phone to her situationship back home, basically saying that she had cheated on him with some Greek guy. When she hadn't done anything of the sort, she'd been with us the whole time. We put two and two together in this situation and worked out that Amy had been grabbing her phone and sent those things herself whilst Stacey was in the bathroom. When we confronted her on this, she goes, I was doing her a favour. He's clearly a very toxic guy anyway. Like, what? We actually really happen to like this guy. Needless to say, she was kicked out of the group chat and blocked on everything the day we landed on the plane. Now, I've never done this to any of my friends before, and I feel like I've taken it a little bit of a step too far. Should we have heard Amy out first of all and confronted her on all of these issues, or should this have been the right port of call? What do you think? Love you, Tat. Love Joe. Do you hear that, motherfucker? She loves you. Oh, right. First of all, bold of you to call her a friend, because she is nothing of the sort. For her to, right, first of all, she's got an issue with you and your body. Your healthy, attractive, sexy body, she has an issue with. The bodycon incident, number one, red flag. Wave it, red flag. To comment on your friend's body is vile. To comment on anyone's body is vile. Unless you are saying nice things to gas them up or to reassure them, or to just, if you look at your friend and go, wow, you look incredible, or love that dress, just tell them, like, and that goes for anyone. Being kind is actually free. It's really cost effective to be kind. That rubs me up the wrong way, because a bodycon dress, even though you're covered, it's quite, I don't want to say intimate, but like, you can see your body in a bodycon dress. You know what I mean? That's literally the name, body contour. Second of all, why is she trying to sabotage your Instagram pics? Like, I know this might seem really surface level, but everyone wants to get their nice pickies on holiday. And if you want to have pictures in your bikini, you damn well make sure you get pictures in your bikini. I hope you saw those and went, what the fuck? And passed them to your friend, and Stacey took some nice pictures for you. Otherwise, you invite me on your next group trip, babe, and I'll be the group photographer. Don't you stress about that. She's clearly so bitter in herself that she feels like she has to bring every other woman that she is in the vicinity with down. She cannot deal with everyone having some form of attention, even if it's just you taking pictures. It's very strange behaviour. I don't know what the fuck she's playing at with Stacey's situationship. It's not within her jurisdiction at all to make those decisions for who your friend date. Obviously, it's not nice to see your friend get played, but if you all liked this guy anyway, then what the fuck is the point? Why would you do that? Oh, I know, because she cannot deal with seeing her friends be happy. That's all it is. She's just very, very jealous that you have a banging body, you have a brilliant figure to take pictures in your bikini, you are confident enough to take pictures in your bikini, you feel glamorous enough to wear a contouring dress. Stacey has a partner or somewhat situationship that makes her feel happy, that is supported by her friends, that you enjoy his company and you think he is good enough for her. Why would she want to ruin that? Do you see what I mean? It's just insecurity and jealousy all round. She needs to get therapy. Okay? She needs to have therapy. Maybe her not coming on the group chat, her not coming on the next group trip is brilliant, because she'll be able to save that money that she spent on that nice little Mykonos trip. Mykonos is fucking expensive as well. You could get a cracking therapist for the cost of it would be to go to Mykonos. She needs to work out some deep-rooted issues amongst herself. I think she's been brought up to villainize other women, is what I would say in that situation. These are the people you need to be scared of, because they have ulterior motives and they clearly don't want anyone to be happy. Ooh, was the guy that she was talking to at that beach club, is that who she was texting the situationship about? I think so, maybe. She's not just plucked it out of her arsehole. But, again, they're in a situationship, unless they're exclusive or unless they've had the boyfriend... Oh, God, I sound like Megan Deshawn. Unless you've had the boyfriend-girlfriend conversation, you're single. You can talk to whoever you want, you know? So, that's that. I think you're well within your rights. I don't think you overstep the mark at all. She's attacking you, girls. Attacking you. Stand up for yourself. You deserve the chance to remove these victim vipers from your friendship group. Your friendship group should be full of women that support you. And not just women, men that support you and lift you up and uplift you and, you know, boost you up. Not that they're doing everything within their power to pull you down. I said what I said, and I said it with my chest. Let's go on to our next one. Okay, guys, after last week's Bridesmaid drama, we have more drama. Is that a... No drama. No. So don't pull on my hand, Joe. I'm not your man, ho. Right. Hi, Tatty. I listened to your pod the other week about the bridesmaid not wanting her to have her makeup done in the style of the wedding, and it reminded me of my own little saga. Also, I don't know if this is a segment we can add into the pod, but I thought it'd be cool to react to some of your guys' responses to story times. So from that story time last week about the bridesmaid not wanting to have her makeup done. A lot of you guys came to the same conclusion I did. A lot of you guys said for pictures, why don't you do neutral toned down makeup, and then when it comes to the reception, she can change it up to her own style. Someone else said, why would you even accept the terms? She should step down if you're paying for everything. This person said, I'd wear a bright yellow miniskirt dress with red heels and blue eyeshadow if a bride asked me to. You're a good friend. Someone said, I agree with everyone else saying the same. It's one day, smile, wave, and get on with it. Everyone was pretty much saying, if it's going to wash off at the end of the day, why don't you just go along with it? That isn't a real friend and should step down. Someone said, here, why not compromise? She can do her own makeup, but the smoky eye have to match the theme of the wedding with no black lipstick. Somehow, I don't think this will go down well with Amy, but still, to be honest, you're not the arsehole because it's your wedding. You should relent. You should relent for one day. It's just one day. So we're all on the same thing there, because Lizzie wasn't here. Were you there? Yeah, I think we came to the same conclusion, didn't we, really? Someone says drop her as a bridesmaid. Simple. Purr. This is my new favourite thing. Purr. Hanifa did it the other day. I was like, that's so cool. Right, anyway. Back to this saga. It reminded me of my own little saga. So, am I the arsehole for sending my maid of honour back to her room for wearing a white dress on my wedding? Story time. I got engaged to my gorgeous girlfriend Stacey last year. We started looking for venues straight away. We fell in love with the gorgeous barn who had recently had a cancellation for just 6 months down the line. Let's get this show on the road. We threw caution to the wind and put down a deposit straight away. From there, it was all systems go. It's like me and my engagement party. It's like, fucking hell, let's move this along, boys. There was only one girl I could ever have dreamed to have as my maid of honour. My best friend of 16 years, Amy. Jesus. Like many best friends, we met at uni, and I can honestly say she is more of a soulmate than my best friend. Those girlfriends that you meet and you're more convinced are supposed to be your sister than your friend. That's lovely. That's just lovely. She's my wingman, has been with me through thick and thin, helped me come out to my family. Oh, okay. Happy Pride. And was a crucial part of me and Stacey, my now wife, getting together. Amy convinced me to go on our first date, even when I was completely terrified because I thought Stacey was way out of my league. There's no one that I trust more than Amy. Said no one ever. We were having the best time, throwing all our plans together, getting the balloons, the candles, the colour scheme, all of it, until I came time to decide what my bridesmaid dresses would look like. I always imagined really elegant, long baby pink bridesmaid dresses. That's so gorgeous. All of our flowers are going to be baby pink, and the flower girl would be scattering pink rose petals. Pink, pink, pink. So we're in the shop, and I can see it in Amy's face. I ask her what's wrong. Fix your face, Amy. Fix it. Take a deep breath. Fix it. I asked her what was wrong. She just came straight out and said, I just hate pink. Right? Cool, I guess. Thanks for letting me know. Fucking try your dress on and shut up. I know you really want it, but I can't deal with this colour. I feel like an idiot. Well, it's not about you, is it, Amy? I tried to reassure her. I wanted her to be comfortable and feel beautiful for my big day. But she's also been a big part of the planning. And this is the first time she's mentioned this problem. Yes. I'm such a people pleaser. And so I even got all the bridesmaids to try on different colours, but it just didn't work. Yeah. We can't have blue bridesmaid dresses, but pink flowers. This is not a gender reveal. Oh, we're leaving the shop and we were supposed to be going for a brunch after with all the girls. But Amy just left. What the fuck? I'd hit her with my car. Do you mean you're going to leave? Get in the car, Amy. We're going for bagel. Shut up. Put your pink dress on. Have your salmon and cream cheese bagel. You cute little toffee latte. Shut up and be a part of my wedding. I called her and we had a long 3-hour conversation about the colour of the bridesmaid dresses. She's doing too much. I'm actually exhausted from reading this. She's doing too much. Sit down, Amy. When you get married, you can have your gold dresses. Whatever. But for my wedding that we've been planning for the past 3 months, that you have been a part of, you never once bloody mentioned the pink. At this point, I was just wanted it all to go away. I never wanted my wedding to become a problem or a burden to anyone, especially not Amy. So we came to a compromise. I hope you've not bowed down to her needs. I hope she's leveled up to yours. I asked if she would wear the dress I had chosen for the ceremony and the photos, and then maybe she could find something that she wants to wear and would feel comfortable in for the reception. That's very mature of you. I would have just hit her with my car. Cut to wedding. We've had the best day. My entire family is there. I look hot in my off-the-shoulder fairy tale dress. Stacey looks hotter in her white tailored suit. Yeah, what's Stacey saying about all of this? Could Stacey hit her with the car? You could get a nice little head-on collision. Both angles. Boom. Squish. Pop. Sister roll. If anyone gets that reference, I'll be very impressed. We're just about to tuck into our soup starter, and Amy walks in after her outfit change. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. After her outfit change, Amy is wearing a white off-the-shoulder mini dress. My jaw hit the floor. Whose wedding is this? I couldn't quite believe it. Maybe she didn't do it on purpose, but the lack of thought was what hurt the most. Before I could even pick a crouton off the top of my soup, I stood up and pulled her to one side. I tried to keep it civil. What are you wearing? I asked. You didn't tell me this is what you'd be wearing. She just replied that I didn't ask her. And this is what she had in the wardrobe. This old thing. I just had it hung up in my wardrobe. And it most suited the vibe. What of wedding? It most suited the vibe of wedding. Yes, Amy, because you are wearing the short version of my dress. You know those times when you just look at someone and think, have you always been like this, or have I missed it all these years? I politely asked her to go back and change into the pink bridesmaid dress I bought her because the white. Sorry, I just need a minute. What the fuck? I bought because the white was off-putting and it was taking away from me and my bride. She said I was overthinking. No, you're not. And reminded me of how she felt about the pink. Is it really that deep? Anyway, she respected my opinion and without force went to put her dress back on. Oh, wait, but she never returned to the wedding. There was an empty chair at the top table and I missed not being able to dance with my best friend and Maid of Honour for the rest of my wedding. We still haven't spoken about it. I'm going on my honeymoon next week and to be honest, it still feels too painful and raw to speak about. I don't even know what to say to her. I don't want to lose her as a friend. No, lose her as a friend. Lose her. But is this too big of a deal to ignore and move on from? I'm going to hold your hand. Lose that motherfucker from your life. She has disrespected you on many a level. She could have raised it with you. I hate pink, right? I'm not wearing pink. Don't ask me to wear pink. I'm not doing it. However, if Elizabeth asked me to wear pink for her wedding, if Sophia or any of my friends that I'm blessed to be a bride, let me just repeat what I just said there, blessed to be a bridesmaid for, it is an honour to be chosen to be part of your best friend's big day. They ask me to wear pink, no problema, por favor. I wear all the shades of pink. Yep, I do pink lip, I do pink eye, I do pink cheek. All of the pink for my best friends, for my familia. I don't know why I've gone Spanish. She's disrespected you. She's let you plan this whole thing knowing that she was going to kick off with the pink. She's kicked up a stink with the pink. Okay? I'm not a fan of this. When the flowers... Everyone always says that you should pick the colour of your flowers before you pick the colours of your wedding dress, of your bridesmaid dress. This is a tip I've learned recently. When you were looking through the mood board of Pinterest and she could see all of these pink bridesmaid dresses, did she not stop and think, maybe I'm going to need to get over myself. Maybe I'm going to need to start finding a shade of pink that suits me. Then she has gone out of her way to disrupt your plans as the Maid of Honour. Maid of Honour, right? She's gone out of her way for that. Then you've allowed her to change into something, maybe a nice baby blue, black, any other sodding colour than white. Not only has she chosen a different colour, she's chosen white. Then she has chosen the same cut, what's it called, Lizzie? Neckline of wedding dress that you have chosen on your dream day. She's trying to be you. She's trying to make this whole wedding about you. I need to put my glasses down because stop waving them at people. She's making this about her, my love. And that is not acceptable in the slightest, right? I think I'll go back to what I said. Electric chair is the only... Right, here's how it would have gone for me. Kicking off about wearing pink, jail. Asking, her having to ask you to compromise, you should have approached her with the compromise. No, leaving your try-on, right? Segregation. 2 weeks in the seg. Then, asking to wear a different colour. I'm trying to think of different torture mechanisms. You not going to the brunch, tongue terror. Yeah, then she can't fucking moan anymore, can she? 'Cause she can't speak. What's the bull called? Something bull. It's concerning that I know these many torture techniques. Anyway, many a thing. And then the final thing, final nail in the coffin, her racking up in the same cut and colour as your wedding dress. Death to all of you that think that is acceptable. This woman is not your friend. She is an enemy. Okay? She's a hater. Hater. Yeah, get her out. She's like a fly. Get away from me. Oh, Amy, go away. Swatting. Oh, so many disruptions. Weird vibes. I could never imagine treating a friend like this. Right, we need to move on before Joe and I get Larry. Hello, it is me from the future. It is giveaway time. I want to give back to you guys. I absolutely love doing this podcast and it feels like my cozy little corner of the internet where we can be besties. I can say whatever I want and you guys are going to back me up. And I love hearing what you guys have to say about each dilemma. And sometimes you guys pick up on stuff that I don't pick up on. So I'm giving back to you. I'm going to give away 3 bundles of makeup over the price of £100. All you need to do to enter is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us over on Spotify, and then leave a comment. So leave me a comment about what you think Joe would order from Joe and the Juice. Yeah, his sort of Joe and the Juice order, as well as your Instagram username so I can get in touch with you if you do win the giveaway. Best comment will be up for the prize, I guess. Yeah, can't wait to see what you guys think Joe would order. My best friend is running away from her problems and I can't stop her. Story time. I don't want to be that girl that bitches about her best friend. This isn't this at all. I genuinely need your help figuring out how to deal with this situation. Me and my best friend are tight as hell. We are joined at the hip. We do everything together. We're both single and we exercise that right freely. Yes! More so her than me. She loves men, all men, but more specifically, there's one guy she's been sleeping with for years that I know she is very much in love with, but won't admit this to herself. She's always been terrified of commitment and chooses guys she secretly knows will never commit to her. She's a self-sabotaging queen. This guy is her type to a T. He is tattooed, works in a bar, goes to bed at 6 a.m. No. After being out all night from drinks and drugs, bigger no. Between you and me, he lost his mum and she lost her granddad, who was a bit of a dad to her, around the same time last year. From the outside looking in, I can see these guys are completely trauma bonded and will be out doing all types of crazy stuff together. I'm not judging, but I'm seeing less and less of her, and she's going out more, reaching out to me less. I hadn't heard from her all week once, so turned up at her door to make sure she was okay. That's a good friend. I stayed at her house all day. We chilled with her dog, got a pizza in. I know deep down she's not being herself. I can't tell if it's this guy, we'll call him Steve, and it's his unhealthy habits that are getting in the way, or if she's still in some sort of grief, or she's just genuinely just not okay. When I tried to talk to her about it, she accuses me of judging her. I don't and will never do drugs. Oh, so she's going straight to the drugs. She's seeing an issue with the drugs there. Is that a subconscious thing that you're being like, you okay? And she's going, I'm not doing drugs to hurt myself. Amy, I didn't say that you were. First of all, I just asked if you'd watered the plants. I've brought up my concerns about Steve and how he's dragging her into shit she doesn't need to be many a time. But she tells me she's got no strings attached and they're not even together. I feel like I'm flogging a dead horse, but refuse to just stand by and let my best friend waste months and years of her life being unhappy and lying to herself. What do you recommend? Thanks, Tatty. Love the pod. This is a sticky one because at the end of the day, you can only do so much for people that don't want to be helped. If this is something that she is genuinely doing to enjoy her life, then it's a tough one. I feel like there's multiple different issues here. She's obviously not spending as much time with you and she's going out more. That's going to hurt you as a friend, especially if you are like a ride or die and this is such a big shift in her behaviour. Is that something that you can encourage more? Do you have a life outside of Amy in which you can say, hey girl, like Saturday night, let's just get a pizza in. Loved seeing you Tuesday. I've got that evening free. Let's get some face masks in. We can order a Domino's. Let's watch Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix. Like, let's just really chill. I would try that. And then maybe in her being around you a bit more, she can see that you're not trying to shame her for her new lifestyle choices. Just because you don't do drugs doesn't mean that, listen, I don't know your opinion on drugs, but just because you don't do drugs doesn't mean that you believe that they are the devil. But if she's going out more and more and doing them more and more, that's obviously really disturbing for you to see. I think you need to encourage Amy to be doing more sober activities. And like, can you be arranging plans with her more or encouraging, Steve can come. If that's what she's genuinely really enjoying spending time with Steve and she feels understood by Steve. What is it about Steve that she enjoys so much? If they weren't going out and doing all of these narcotics together, would they still be friends? You hear this quite a lot of people that drink quite heavily and like have like a proper party culture, and that if they actually didn't drink together they wouldn't be friends. Is that something that's happening with Steve? Because I fear that might be the issue. The drugs and the going out may just be a coping mechanism and she may just need to be getting it out of the system to put it to the back of her mind. But if you can step in and be like, do you actually enjoy it? Is that what you want to be spending your money on? Is that how you want your life to be? Are you going to look back in 10 years and be like, thank God I did all of that ketamine. God, I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for Ket. Or is she going to be like, do you know what? Thank God I did all of that work on myself and really worked through my grief with my best friend supporting me there. Thank God. Thank the Lord I was at, what's a club? Thank God I was at the club every weekend partying. Thank God I was pumping all of these toxins in my body. I would not be the person I am today. Or could she say, I needed to do that to prove to myself that I could have fun in this in this dark time. I needed to do that because it was the only thing bringing me joy. You know, for me, I've never done drugs in my life. I cannot say. However, I know some people literally just have to get all of it out their system. I don't think you need to be worried about like her turning to like addiction and stuff like that. However, it's the start of a behavioural trait that could blossom. If she's just doing them on the weekend, why am I trying to diagnose this girl with an addiction? What is the actual issue here? Are we trying to get her away from Steve or the drugs? Or is Steve a drug? Oh, your love is a drug, Steve. Ooh, let me reread this. 1 second. I can't tell if it's the guy and his unhealthy habits or if she's still in some form of grief and is genuinely not okay. Listen, I genuinely think this is a conversation that needs to just be had and say, you know, do you actually like Steve? Or like, how are you feeling after the loss of your granddad? Was it granddad? She lost her granddad. Oh no, it was her mum, his granddad. Anyway, his mum, her granddad. I've cracked it. She has lost this big male protective figure in her life. And she has replaced her granddad with Steve. I've done it. I've cracked the code. I genuinely would not be surprised if Lizzie let me take a video of this. Why are you laughing?
She's replaced her granddad with Steve, who does drink and drugs and stays up till 6 a.m. in the morning, and they've been shagging for years.
Well, you never know. No, but she's had this big male hole. I was going to say gaping hole. She has had such a shift when it comes to the men in her life. I don't know, from what you've said, she probably hasn't had a father figure. And this guy's like, listen, let me take care of you. Here's a line, crack on, it'll make you feel so much better. And she is seeing this guy as this caring figure who's making her happy by going out on the weekends and whatnot. And he's providing all of this, like, he's swooped in. I genuinely, if anyone has any degree or diploma or PhD in psychology, I genuinely believe that is what's happened here. I'm standing on business. I would not be shocked. Because that's what happens when she's got granddaddy issues. I don't know if she does. Or she's got daddy issues, right? She clearly hasn't had a father figure. That has been replaced by her granddad. He's provided her love, attention, all of these things. She needs that male father, authoritative, protective, safe figure, fun figure in her life. And it's Stephen. I'm calling it. I think that's what's happened here. Joe, any thoughts on that one? I hate when Joe disagrees with me. It really winds me up. Like, we're supposed to be on a team. What? Shut up, Joe. No, don't. Always use your voice. Always stand up for what you believe in, kids. And on that note, I think now is a good time to end the pod. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have an incredible week. Keep shining. If you do have a story to send in, head over to our socials. There's a link in the bio. Send them in there. I love reading them. Whilst you're there, give us a cheeky little follow. We have content going up every single day. And I'll see you next week. Mwah. Tatty bye.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week. I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.